All right, welcome friends. We have a special guest today that I'm going to highlight on my YouTube channel, and this is Timothy Bacon. He has bumped into my material, and him and I have become fast friends. And I'm pretty sure that we also have been on many cusps of energy together. And yeah, I just want to highlight Tim and his magic and what he can bring to our community, as well as what he's building in his community. So welcome, Tim. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Leann. It's a pleasure.
I just really want to open this up and just, I want people to touch your wisdom. You have
Thank you.
this depth about you that is just magical. So let's lean into this. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Tim. Where did you maybe start your journey and all of this?
Okay. Okay. I could say that from the moment I can remember that I was engaging with things that were not normal. Society is not normal. And so, yeah, I've been on this never-ending quest of personal spiritual enlightenment. And it started from a very early age with things I was seeing and things that I was almost engaging with. But of course, you have no understanding when you're a child, but there was always a sense that something, of course, you sort of view that the world is viewed through the same eyes as you. But yeah, it's just been this ongoing journey of awareness, learning, so much learning, hours of the day, but touching on every spiritual modality that I could think of. And then obviously you go through your returns and what have you, and then realizing that the more chastisement I got from people about, oh, it's all daft, it's all a load of rubbish, the deeper I went. And I'd say to my friends, even now, is that, you know, in the 25 years that you've been admonishing me for what I do, I've only gone deeper. And I'm a very intelligent guy. I class myself as high intelligence. And so I'd say that, you know, if it didn't work in 2 years, I'd quit. But I only go deeper. So what does that say? You know?
Yes, exactly. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to pop up your chart here. Are you okay with that, Tim? Just
Yeah,
to show
100.
everybody your human design chart. Just to play with it. All right. So as it's loading here, how long have you been playing around with human design? Let's just start there. And
There was always there was
Go ahead.
always an awareness of it, because but I've got so many modalities, so it was always there. And then possibly around 2.5 years ago, there was, oh, let's look at this, but didn't quite go there. Then I became qualified as a soul contact practitioner and met somebody who was doing human design, and she very kindly did me a reading, and that was it. That was it. Hooked. Although, to be fair, I was balancing the soul contact, the birth name analysis around the Hebrew alphabet. So my devotion and commitment went to that. So it was almost like stepping in when I moved away, because literally it was 20 hours a day on soul contacts and birth name analysis. But then I realized that I'd got the wisdom. I could look at a chart of a birth name and I was fed the information, and it just flowed when I moved my mind out of the way. And then human design, that was it. This is it. This is the one. Yeah. And gene key, of course. Yeah.
Right. Yes. And I think that the two of them, you know, I resisted the gene keys for a very long time. I'm not sure why. I think it's because I had to go deep into design and pull out all the magic that was inside of there before I popped into gene keys. But yeah, definitely having the two modalities is interesting. And share a little bit about how your human design chart and your birth name analysis that you do, how do they intertwine? How are you seeing them mesh?
There's many areas. I would say the one thing that really sticks out for me is within the soul contract system, my soul destiny is what we'd call a double nine. A nine is the energy of Tet. So Tet is within the Hebrew alphabet, and Tet is considered the most powerful spiritual, creative energy within the system. So not only did I have it in my soul destiny, which is my life purpose, I also had it in my spiritual goal as an 18-9. So the 18 is the higher vibration of the 9. So that would be the energy of Sadi. And those energies paired in the spiritual goal position, which I would call the bliss point, was all about following spirit until the end, using the creative power of the 9, because procrastination exists within the 18. So it's an 18-9. And so I recognized, I've always felt that I'm on this like a reincarnation cycle of I'm here to achieve something from an early age. So then when you see the correlation of the 18-9, you can definitely go to the 34, because the 34 is activated how many times? I don't know, twice in my chart. And so when I hear about the 34, it correlates beautifully with the energy of Tet. So yeah, and there's such a profound connection to the, you know, those channels, the 57, the 20, the 34, but also with my spiritual talent. So this is like what I'm here to do. My talent within the spiritual realm is the energy of Gimel as a double, which is the spiritual teacher that owns the wealth of knowledge within, that when people ask of that knowledge, I get access to, like the Akashic records. And so I'm able to go hear the words, take the words in, go into the records in an instant and deliver catalytic spiritual information in the moment. So there was many, every point of my birth name, I can say, oh my gosh. Yeah. And that would tie in with the 45 and the 19. So there's so many correlations.
Love it.
Yeah.
So how did you find this birth records thing? Where did you find that modality?
I purchased the Your Soul Contract Decoded by Nicholas David McGann. And I devoured that book over years. I was doing readings for people, but of course you just get a line of text or a couple of sentences. And so you'd be taking it, you'd be preparing charts and you'd be trying to give your interpretation. But I will say taking the course was life-changing. There was something really pertinent in my birth name, in the most difficult position in my spiritual karma. And this is why it clicked so much, because when I read the information around this particular pairing, it was the biggest difficulty I experienced throughout my life till about the age of 38, 35. No, I'd say beyond that. I'd say around 42, Uranus opposition. And the intricate information around that pairing mirrored my life so profoundly. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Which then becomes your greatest gift once you've overcome it, which is full connection to the universe. It was beautiful. Yeah.
Okay.
And abundance. Yeah.
Love it. Love it. So when clients work with you, what are some of the things that they say about the benefit of knowing their soul contract and then marrying that with, or soul birth name, and then marrying that with the gene keys and human design? What are some of the benefits that you're noticing with your clients?
There's not been many, I'm going to be honest, Leann, which is why I'm trying to get this work out there. But those who come on the journey, transformative. There's an instant recognition with the patterns, particularly with the birth name, and they feel seen. And the beauty of it is, as I'm engaging them, I then go, I've recognized that when I'm in a certain modus operandi, I just give information. It comes and it comes and it comes. And it's so intricate and it's so personal and it hits on every note. And so I've recognized that I can then sit back in myself, observe this voice, this, it's channeling. That's all I can
Mm-hmm.
say.
Yep.
I channel in the moment. So I'll get a customer come in, or somebody who's in need, my sensitivity with the 19. I will start telling them things that I'm being given. And then I will do like a whole, this is going off in your life. And then we'll sit down and do the charts, and everything that I've just said presents itself in the literature. Yeah.
Love
Amazing.
it.
Yeah.
Amazing. Totally amazing. And you're also a Reiki. Are you a Reiki master?
I'm a Reiki master. Yes. I've been on the Reiki journey for 10 years,
Oh,
almost 10 years.
wow.
I'm training to be a teacher at the moment. Yeah.
Okay.
Changed my life,
Excellent.
Reiki. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you also do massage therapy.
I'm Swedish masseur. I'm a reflexologist. I'm a scar tissue release technician. I could list. I'm a qualified mediator, worldwide mediator. There's
Mm.
so many professions. Advanced muscle technique physician. Studied the whole body anatomy, physiology, and pathology. Got 94% across both papers. So, yeah, my level of study and commitment to the mind, the body, and the spirit is just knows no bounds.
Wow.
Yeah,
Amazing. Amazing. And
yeah.
then so wisdom of like with even with your massage clients, do they give you permission to run Reiki while you're doing the massage, or does it just happen naturally for you?
It happens naturally, but I do like to advise because there will be times where I'll just get the bolts and it just comes on, and it's good for warm up. You know, when you start the massage, you might have cold hands and you might go Reiki on, and then the fire comes through and it's like, but yeah, it's profound. To be honest, I'm trying to move away from massage because it's
Mm.
not my. I'm focused more on the mind and the spirit. So body's still there. I can still do body on a limited basis. But I do Indian face massage as well, which de-ages you by 10 years. So I'm still going to keep that on. But yeah, so many things.
Oh, I love it. And where are you located, Tim?
I'm located in Derby in the UK, so it's slap bang in the centre. It's classed as the East Midlands of the UK. Yeah. So,
Awesome. Awesome.
but nobody wants to know me around here. I mean, don't get me wrong, I get clients, but I think sometimes my reputation of the past precedes me, thanks to the 4130 channel. And I can laugh about that. But this is why there's this urge to get global and start
Yes.
accessing more people.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And how, if clients wanted to reach out to you and have this beautiful blended modality of so much that you offer, how would clients get a hold of you online?
I have a website, timbaconholistics.co.uk, which is designed myself, you know, us manifesting generators. That's an avenue that people could contact me. I'm on Facebook as Tim Bacon. Yeah, this email address, timbaconholistics@outlook.com. But yeah. Things have been
Awesome.
delivered, Leann. Things
I
have been
love
delivered
it.
like phenomenally over the last 2 weeks in particular.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. What else do you want to share with me? I feel like there's some stuff that you want to just release here. So what is it all that you want to tell me?
I think that there is something so profound that's occurred with me, and it would have been around last October.
Mm,
And there's been many deep dives into the depths with the 29 that we're both under.
yeah.
And I think it got to a point last year where, and it also ties in with my Chiron coming, and you know, I'm 50 this year as a 6-2. That there was many times where I was sitting there and engaging with this. It was talking to me. It was looking up into the air and not seeing, but being taken down these fractal pathways where I was being given information in the moment, and then I would latch onto something of interest, and then it would go, do you want to see more? And it would open up and it would go vroom like a black hole, which then my interest just followed it. And then I'd see something of interest, and then it go, but do you want to see more? And so wherever I turned, and it got to the point that confusion exists within my chart with the line 6.
Yep.
And it got to the point where I couldn't engage with friends or family because nobody understood me. I was daft for doing all of this. But I also had the 57.6 in my Uranus, 57 in both Uranus. So, and the line 6, and it was like clarity is a double-edged sword. So through life, I've been engaging with people, knowing exactly what they're thinking and smiling through it. But then just crazily, but then also there were times where I did have to defend myself and other people. So my 9 Neptune, unconscious Neptune, and my 34.5 Neptune, which is annihilation. If somebody did step over the mark, I would annihilate them spiritually by going to their deepest, intricate focus on their life and annihilate them. But there was always a discomfort of doing it, which is perfectly reflected in the human design. So yeah, it's been difficult, very difficult, and lonely.
Yeah.
Well, something really profound last year in October. I entered into a meditation, and it was after a series of synchronicities, and it was with Reiki, and it was pitch black, because I always do Reiki in the pitch black, and this beautiful golden sun, it's all I can describe it as. This beautiful golden sun appeared over me, and I knew I was in the presence of the divine. I knew it. It's quite difficult to talk about because it's quite emotional. Not that I'm going to cry, but I can feel the energy now. And this pitch black, this beautiful golden tendrils of light just coming off it, and sparks. And I couldn't breathe. My chest tightened, and I started crying because I knew I was in the presence of something amazing. And instantly, this bolt of lightning just hit me, and it started going, you got to write, you've got to do this, you've got to show this, you've got to go on screen, you've got to do this, you've got to do this. And it was in a flash, and the weird thing is, Leann, ever since that moment, if you can see on my forehead, can you see that?
Yeah.
Never had that before, that experience. And ever since that, right in the center of my forehead, that's where it hit, which would be the pineal gland area if it was coming in.
Yeah.
It's right in the center as a scar that I just can't. It's there. So I own it as a mark of being the spiritual warrior. I interacted with the divine. Yeah.
Right. Amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
It's very interesting to me how so many humans on the planet have these experiences and they're too scared to talk about them.
I've been scared all my life. I've tried to share it. I've been admonished, and I'm here to let people know that there's so many people on the planet that are having these experiences. So I'm the guinea pig, I'm the guy, and I've got enough power in me to actually tell people that own it, speak of it, because the more you speak of it, the more it engages you and fulfills your life to the point of, I can think of things now and it appears, you know.
Yeah.
And it's laid my future out before me that I can just see, bam, 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 bam. And it's coming. I'm doing nothing. I'm just sitting there going, thank you, thank you, thank you. And the more I thank you, the more it engages me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
How precious. There's a series of books and they're called Letters from 500. That's the first book. And then there's a series of 7 of them. And a friend had introduced me to them. Oh, geez, probably 6 years ago. And that's really what he was channeling energies from like 500 years out into the future. And that's really how manifestation is is in the future. There's nothing really built. They build it as they walk along. So if they, they go to the beach and maybe they want to have a hut to sleep in that night, they just think of a hut, and it's quite literally just built right in front of them.
Right.
We put so much energy trying to manifest stuff through through our conditioning, right? Through what people think we should be doing.
Yes.
And what I love about your story is that you didn't go with what everybody told you that you should do. You just allowed and trusted the energy field. And when we do that, manifestation changes. Everything changes. Our lives change. There's no more struggle. We don't have to fight against it, right?
No.
You just allow it to happen. So that's the magic,
Yeah.
I think.
It really is. It got to the point where it was 2-3 manifestations a day.
Yeah.
And I was trying to tell people, oh, you're just imagining it. Yeah, but say what that happens. I could write a book of the magic. And so, and what people don't realize is, and what I try and instill in my clients is that you're manifesting your life and you don't even know it. And yet it's all doom and gloom. It's, oh, I've got to do this and I've got to do that. And it's, oh, it's going to be a bad day. And you're manifesting your life.
Yes.
So it's my job to reel you in and then engage and channel this wisdom and this awesome embodiment. Yeah.
Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful.
So
And
honored, so honored to experience it.
Mm-hmm. And you're so correct. People think that manifestation is something that, they aren't doing, and they are doing every moment, by every feeling, by every thought, by every word that comes out of their mouth. There's a manifestation there, and you can, it takes no more energy to put, positive, clean energy out versus negative, disastrous energy. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. So
And
tell
those that, sorry,
go
carry
ahead.
on.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, those that do the 1% that engage me, you should read some of their testimonials. Their life just blossoms. So proud as a left angle being.
Yes.
Here to change people's lives.
Yeah.
It's more than, I'm not money orientated. It's more than that for me.
Yeah.
It's just focus on assisting as many people as I can so I can impact them, they can impact others, and then bring them to me, Sorry to interrupt there, Leann.
No, that's okay. That's okay. So if a client were to engage with you, how do you discern what modality you're going to enter into the process? Like, what is that discernment process for you? How do you know, what's the gateway drug for your clientele? Let's just put it that way. How do you start it all off?
I try and look holistically. I try and avoid what I'm hearing, because obviously it's the client's journey and we need to step into realms that potentially they're unaware of. But today I had a lady come in with muscle rigidity of the body, and one shoulder's up, and because I'm an advanced MA technique practitioner, I can correct that, but I need to know holistically, where's your mind at, what you're doing. So I was talking around the energy of Zion, which is a letter of the Hebrew alphabet, which is number 7, and she's born on the 25th. So this is an embodiment that she's already got, because 2 + 5 is 7. And I'm explaining about, do you find that you isolate yourself, but also a facilitator? And so I went through the journey of the 7, because when the 7 is in a negative state and not self state, shall we say, that there's rigidity of the body, because it's ruled by Gemini, and it means that there's 2 faces to this energy. So we've got the mask for society and we've got control. So there's that rigidity, but then we take the mask off and we relax in and the rigidity goes. Oh, wow, that girl just said, that woman just, yes, 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 yes. And so that was a good window in for me to, well, there's potentially more going off here than just your muscles just seizing up. And so she was there an extra hour, as I could just engage her, show her the human design chart, because I'm always anxious to, oh, let's get in there and potential clients and, tell your friends,
Love it. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And then like for someone like that, would you hope to see them a few times so that you can, really take them down a path and let her physical body, relax and come back into a place of comfort?
I had a good talk with her before she departed and said to her, you know, why let it get to this stage when you can treat yourself holistically, treat the body once every month, once every 6 weeks. So you're not going to get into that state, but also send her with an awareness of these patterns holistically, because I always look at context. Let's look at context before we get to content. And so just making her aware of certain things. And she was a triple split, and for me, that was like, let's tell her about this triple split, and my mind's going this way. And so, yeah, it's beautiful, because some people will just, I've got them. And then when I've got them, then I've got that. And then
Yes.
whoosh. Yeah.
Okay. Love it.
Mm,
Perfect.
yeah.
So fun. So fun. So with the birth name analysis, so do you use the entire birth name, just the first? What does it look like when you're doing that?
It has to be the name given at birth. And we do ask for the name that's given on the birth certificate. Even if there's an error made on the birth certificate, the soul knows best. The soul knows that the parents may have deciphered, because what we say is the soul transmits the name to the parents before birth in order to get the correct life that it wishes to lead. So this is why parents will have a couple of names. Oh, I want to call them this, I want to call them this. And then they see the baby and then, oh no, it's this. So it's however you want to take that. But often there may be somebody who's gone to register the birth and made a mistake, or put a single L instead of a double L. That was meant to happen, because that then sets the path. And so how I try and correlate both systems and the gene keys is that it's a Merkaba, which means chariot of light. So it forms like a program in order for the soul to operate from. So we've got the road. So the soul contract would be the road that we travel on. The human design would be the vehicle that travels on the road, and the gene keys would be the psychological genetic makeup of the driver. So the interplay is beautiful. The interplay is beautiful. And
Oh, I
so,
love
yeah.
that. That's fun to see it
Yeah.
in that big scope. Wow.
Yeah.
So tell me some more. Tell me a little bit more about how long have you been in Gene Keys?
Gene Keys, I would say heavily involved with Gene Keys. I've had the book, and the book was there, but never really dived in because of all my other commitments. But yeah, Gene Keys came on my radar when I've got an audio account with Audible account with Amazon, and the book was there, and I thought, well, I'm looking at human design, I'm doing the birth names, let's dive in with the 29. Oh wow. Oh wow. I could relate to every single word. So then it's like, let's get the hologenetic profile up, and then let's go through the 11 sphere sequence. Oh, wow. And then I took the golden path, which is broken down into 3 stages. So you've got the activation, the Venus, and the Pearl sequence. And yeah, again, the more I engaged with the gene keys and had gentleness and patience and contemplation with the process, the more the gifts kept coming. So I've now got 3 modalities that were delivering their gifts as promised, and the glimpses of the cities, the spiritual essence of each gene key. I was accessing them. I was accessing them like rapture and devotion and bliss, and I'd literally sit there for hours at night, just having this full body orgasm. Like it was, but it was spiritual in nature. It was an energy that was 100 times better than a physical orgasm, you know?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Magic. It's all magic.
Yeah.
So when you had bumped into my material, and Tim actually is the part of the mentorship that I have up and running. So Tim actually operates the study groups in between the mentorship calls. He's doing the study groups, and your depth of wisdom is just like, I could sit here all day and just listen to you.
Thank you.
There's kindness and compassion there. You can magically put the keynotes together and sit in that energy and just watch the other people in that mentorship group just soak it all up. So I really, really appreciate that. I love it.
And thank you. And you know, it was such an honor to get a recognition of you before we even met, because in my self-study of human design, I was obviously curious about the 34 and its gates. And I remember watching, the first time I came across you, Leann, was watching a video talk about, this is the channel of the archetype. I think it was your first foray into going into video content.
Mm,
And the way you describe, this is just being human, guys. This is, and you was almost in awe of your words. I could see it. And I thought, I'm going to work with her. I need to connect with this lady, because I saw in you a lot, like you say, we often like have mirrors of
mhm.
energies. And here we are now. So again, manifestation. And
Yeah.
I did message you on one of your videos, and you messaged back. It was about my Chiron, and I've got like the initiation with Chiron 51.5, 51.6. And you said, you said something so profound, and it was about being aware. And from the sounds of it, you are. And then it just bloomed. I can even go to the to when you released your home study, you know, how the, as a manifesting generator, that we follow the aura, we follow the sacral pull, the open
Mhm.
inviting. I would watch your videos nightly, hours, on my big 60-inch TV on the
Oh,
YouTube app.
God.
I went outside and spoke to a neighbor. It would have been about 1:30 in the morning. I was talking and went back up, and it said, there was a video come up, and it was like, you need to watch this, guys. And you announce your course. Leann, my body, I'm quite a distance away from the TV. My body moved me to the front of the TV like I was 5 years old, and Saturday morning cartoon TV was on. I was like, and then I watched it again in the same position, and I thought, this is it. This is it. And the magic that occurred from that moment has been, so I know you say that it's all me, but we meet strangers of consequence, and
Mhm.
you've been one of the most important people I've met, and I really
Oh,
mean that.
thank you. Thank you. I
Like,
appreciate
so
it.
much here for you is just because you've changed me, you know.
Mm, I
Yeah.
love it. Thank you. And I feel the exact same way. I just feel like we just became, like, it was fast friends. That's all I can say. It's like
Yeah.
we've been around this block so many times that it was just easy to have the conversations and jump in and just,
Yeah.
share
Yeah.
knowledge with each other and wisdom. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
magical.
very magical for me. Honestly, I mean, I sing your praises to my friends, and they're like, they don't know who you are. I'm trying to bring them in, but oh yeah, there's yeah. So thank you. And like,
You're
in
welcome.
the divine grand plan, in the grand machine, things collide and people meet, and it's meant to be, because you're
Yes.
meant to meet those crucial people,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, and
Yeah.
here I am.
Yeah, I would totally agree with that. And I really
Yeah.
think that where we are in, this humanity, um, society is breaking down. The old stuff
Abs-
is going away. And it's
yeah.
designed for that. As we know, the cross of planning is moving off to the wayside. And I really feel that anybody that has been on these 412-year cusps of energy and gone through that shift, I think we're back here again to help this shift move through in a different way. So
Yeah, and that is our role, because without going there, I do know that we both have the same opinions about certain global,
mhm,
which I've
mhm.
said from day one, and I've my full body knowing and your full body knowing
Yeah.
there's something not right. And I've been quite vocal in my
Yes.
community and friends, and I've been admonished and challenged and verbally attacked.
Yeah.
But I've never been afraid to be the heretic. I'm,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I can't tell you why I know, but I love humanity with my gay 15, and I
Yes.
love the physical vehicle with my gay 46. And I
Yes.
know,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
here to fight that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Mm.
totally agree. I shared lots of stuff on my YouTube channel to begin with when it was all starting to come down, and same type of thing, right? People were like, "You're crazy, you're nuts,"
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's like, well, it's all by design. They're not bad people. They're just
No.
doing what they were designed to really come here and do.
Yeah.
And for me, I think they're bringing in this awakening. And I think we always have to have both ends of the spectrum in order to
Yeah.
understand where we want to be. Do we want to sit here in the middle and just watch this out here and just hold space for it, really?
I'd
Yeah.
agree. Yeah, it is. I mean, obviously with the work I do, I'm fully aware that there is not self pattern, there is a soul contract engaging them. There is gene keys engaging them. Reiki is feeding me that these people
Yeah.
need changed. My 5818 is telling me that this isn't them.
Yes.
I mean, the
Yeah.
beauty of my role on here is that I see the potential of everybody. I don't
Yeah.
just see their behavior. There's a higher knowing of their potential, and I want to
Yes.
get my hands on them.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Even, I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer has been in, within the media because of like the Netflix document and the show that's just recently been on. I did his soul contract chart. Oh my gosh, it's there.
Mm.
The whole pattern can be mapped to his his birth name. Yeah,
Hmm. Hmm.
to a T, to a T. Mm.
Wow.
Sexual deviation, absolute power, the inability to talk,
Mm.
a broken home, no structure. It's all within his name. And so I do have a penchant for looking at deceased people. You should see Ra Urahu's name, both his
Mm.
name and his changed name. And
Right.
there's human design.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
And I totally believe that. Greg Braden talks a lot about the Torah and how
Yeah.
each one of us, our birth names are written right into the Torah, which is that Hebrew? Is the Torah Hebrew?
I believe so. Yes. Yeah. I would
Yeah.
say the Taurus is a model, the energy flow of the Taurus. But the
No,
Torah
like
is, yeah.
the
Oh, the
the book.
Torah, T. Yeah.
The book.
Yes, yes, it is. Because I
Okay.
study more Kabbalah, so I'm not really, I don't touch upon the religion, but I study the two of
Okay.
life and the Kabbalah.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. Because he talks about the Torah codes. Um, on his when he was doing Gaia and the missing links, he did a series called Missing Links, and I think he's got most of them up on his YouTube channel now.
Yeah,
But that was one of the things that he was introduced to through the ancient wisdom of the Torah, that everybody's name is actually written in this book, and it's all there. Everything's available. None of this is by
yeah,
mistake. We're all meant
no,
to be here doing what we're designed to do, and we just get to lean into it.
yeah. And this is, it's magical to be able to engage with people that recognize this because it is people's lives. And
Yeah.
then you've got these people that admonish it and they think they know everything. And it's
Right.
like, okay, yeah, okay, I'm going to listen to you, Barbara. You think you know everything, that's fine. But there's this whole vast subject out there that
Yeah.
some people will take, some people will refuse to believe it, but think they know
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So
And again, I think that's all designed in there as well, right? To keep
yeah,
them you know, I don't want to use, I'll say the word dumb down, but keep them in this confinement of not being able to see the expansiveness of the consciousness field,
Yeah.
you know, because once there is that awakening, then it all shifts, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is, again, the most, some of the people that really do have difficulty engaging is there's an energy pairing within the birth name of the 10-1, which is, let me just get this right, Yud Aleph. And if Yud Aleph are in the wrong position in the birth name, then there's a veil to their spiritual self. So they only know the physical material. They only want to engage with the material way of life, and that doesn't exist. But it's about piercing the veil, and it's about going beyond. So again, it's very interesting for me to look at people and see the correlation to their admonishment, and then see, like Wayne Dyer. If you see Wayne Dyer, the spiritual teacher, if you see his birth name, oh wow, it's there. It's everything's there. The spiritual connections. That we share quite similar charts. To be fair, yeah, it's wonderful.
Huh. Okay. And that's fun. Awesome. Okay. I love it. I can just see it all. I'm watching the energy just dance around. So, all right. So clients can get a hold of you. You have a website. You have the Outlook email. Anything else that you want to say as we close up for today, Tim?
But again, I would just like to thank you for offering me this platform and paying an interest in my life. And yeah, I just think it's, the more I step into my power of things that I feared the fear of revelation, the more the magic awaits and the more the magic delivers. So I'm so very humble for all the opportunities, that you presented, Leann, and I can't escape that. That's a genuine here. But oh my God, I'm ready to take on the world with human design, gene keys, soul contracts, Reiki. I can send Reiki around the world.
Yes.
It's a pleasure to send it, and the feedback I get. So yeah, and there's more studies.
Yes.
It's a lifelong learning.
Well, and like I would say that you don't look anywhere near your Chiron return, let me tell you. So
thank you.
You all of this is keeping you very, very young, physically as well as, spiritually, mentally, all of that. So it definitely shows. Definitely shows.
Yeah, thank you. It's something I've noticed, that the more I keep myself young and youthful, in the mind of possibility, anticipation with the 41 and the 30, the fates, and then the more I just feel youthful. I maintain that. And yet I've got people around me that they're looking so strained and stressed, and I'm like, I can help you with that. Let's look at your unconscious Venus. Let's see what you want about. And you're just like, let's do this.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love it. And as a manifesting generator, it's, just waiting for that beautiful ask, right? To be asked into their lives and to be brought into their lives, and you get to respond and just really lean in and help them.
I placed enough earworms.
Yes. Yeah.
I think it's one thing I've recognized, anybody who knows me very closely or friends over the years, is that my commitment to my spiritual enlightenment and spiritual journey, everyone's been touched by it, because I was doing readings, birth name readings, birthday readings, numerological readings. Nobody escaped my tentacles. They loved it in the moment, but now they laugh at me still. Oh, it's a load of rubbish. But I'm over that. I'm not. I don't feel anything but I'm here to help when you're ready.
Yes.
But yeah, everyone's been touched by this over the years.
Fun. So you're taking them along the path. You're taking them along the path, whether they are aware of it or not. So that's excellent.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
nice to actually reflect back before awareness of these particular modalities were ever in my field. You know, that everything that's in my charts is there it's there. It's been there
Yes.
all my life, you know, and yeah, let's do it. Let's help as many people as possible.
Love it.
Yeah. Big
Awesome.
whoosh of energy then.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. You know, it's time. That's what this has really brought us to, is that it's time.
It
As
really is.
humanity
Yeah.
squeezes through this little, hole to our next embarkment, it's time.
Yeah. Yeah. It is time, and let's do it. And I'll just keep saying, let's do it. Ride the
Yes.
joy train, as you said the other night. I mean,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah. So,
Perfect. All right, Tim, thank you very much. So if anybody
thank you,
wants to
Leann.
connect with Tim and his magic, all of his information will be below in the description. And I look forward to, if anybody wants to connect with Tim and I in the mentorship group as well, it's available. And yeah, we're now meeting 6 times a week, or a month, sorry, 6 times a month. And add in a business component so that people can really lean into their business aspect of their charts too.
And can I just say, as an
Yes.
advocate for your mentorship, it's a place to engage with the tribe, your tribe, and
Yes.
it's fun. It's great. There's a great community formed. Everyone's having fun together, and we're sharing resources, and we're
Yes.
offering like readings with each other, and it's wonderful. So yeah,
Yeah.
blessed to be part of it. I feel blessed to be
Yeah.
part of it. So
Yeah.
yeah, you've done really well, Leann. You've
Awesome.
totally
Thank you.
embodied your contagion. Yeah,
Thank
you're
you.
doing it. Yeah,
Yeah, no choice, right? No choice.
no choice. Yeah, but thank you. It's been wonderful.
Awesome. All right, Tim. Thank you.
Okay, take care. See you soon. Bye.